my home, LA, where violence has erupted like a pimple through the clearasil of civilization. And it's every man for himself. Sort of like closing time at the fruit market on Friday afternoons. No one is safe in Tinsel City. So what's it like living here? You know, if you're not skilled enough or hairy enough to migrate to Australia. Come with me now as I cross the cultural double yellow lines and try and get some answers from the frightened man in the street to my relentlessly probing in-depth questions. Excuse me, sir. What do you think is the reason for so much violence on the streets?
I no understand. I'm in Germany.
Oh, yeah. You don't know? Violence on the streets? No? You know? Arrivederci. Oh, excuse me. What do you think is the reason for so much what do you think is the reason for so much violence on the streets in LA?
Oh, no, man.
We hear a lot about... We hear... Excuse me, madam.
Not me.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm doing a light...
Oh, no, not that.
Excuse me. I'm doing a light-hearted look at violence in the streets of Los Angeles.
Why are you cut yourself? Cut yourself.
Yeah, the violence in the streets. Excuse me, sir. Norman, auf Wiedersehen. Guten Tag. Why do you think there is so much violence in the streets of Los Angeles?
We've got a bunch of kooky people out here walking the streets.
Say that again. I'm looking at violence in LA. What do you think the reason for this would be?
I think most violence comes from sex and violence.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. What do you think is the solution to the colour problem?
The color problem?
Yeah. Yeah, rent or buy.
I don't understand.
Thank you very much. Well, I think you can see that people are terrified to leave their homes. This is Norman Gunston, signing off from Tinsel City, LA.
Isn't being ill expensive these days? Oh, I remember when Aunt Naomi went in and had a whole stomach removed and still had enough left over in her purse for a pizza on the way home. With the lot. Why are medical costs more crippling than an ingrowing jockette? Because people rush off to the doctor at the drop of a kidney instead of curing themselves at home. Next time one of the family slumps to the floor, why fritter away the housekeeping on an ambulance when you can have your very own emergency train-mobile? Because all the other furniture has to give way to you. Scarily, just get the patient on board with a minimum of fuss. And it's but a hair-raising cross-carpet dash to the casualty kitchen. Thanks, Mr. Simpson. I bet you didn't know that as well as being a housewife's dream come true, your kitchen is a fully equipped medical centre. For example, nothing like a number 9 frozen chicken for diagnosing a fever. At normal body temperatures, it takes hours to defrost, you know. But if the patient's really delirious, you won't even have to cook it. Thoroughly clean all wounds first. And use something that will biodegrade in the bloodstream. Of course, apply it with nature's very own cotton wool navel fluff. There is absolutely no excuse for wasting scarce medical resources, even if the sticky has worn off. Treat the more obvious symptoms first, you know, like broken arms. This is a really useful technique. Of course, not only does it allow the arms, the bones to slowly grow back together again, but the bread will keep fresh for days. If you can find nothing wrong with the she's still turning a funny colour, hit her with a broad-spectrum antibiotic. Penicillin's the best, because there's usually plenty of it growing around the sink area. Oh, yeah? Well, there's a good bit. Ugh. Yeah. Right. Take one now and one every 4 hours. However, if pain persists, operate. When it comes to anaesthetics, I prefer gas to needles. Well, no. I know that knitting's very relaxing, but it takes ages to knock you out. Keep those surgical instruments as sterile as an ABC gardening program. Right. You're ready to make the first incision. Take a deep breath and remember to carve across the grain. Or, if you're going in really deep, you better use a chopping board, you know, because you don't want to scratch the formica. Once the patient's open, you'll probably find bleeding's a bit of a problem. Just blend in a tablespoon of corn flour to aid corn. During longer operations, the patient might need a transfusion. Well, with the intensive care cafe bar, it's coffee, tea, or blood plasma at the push of a button. If you have to remove any major organs to get at something further down, just pop them in the freezer so they don't go off. Make sure nothing you put back in the patient's got a butcher's label on it, but, you know. Well, sewing them up's pretty easy. The old spaghetti. And, of course, when you have to remove the stitches, just add sauce. If the patient has a relapse, a couple of days in the home oxygen tent should see her right. However, if you feel you need a second opinion, it's probably best to wheel her into the garage and put an ad in the paper for a used Lamborghini. That way you'll get loads of doctors coming round to give her the once-over, you know. And if she does have to go into hospital, well, you won't get any piggy bank shattering bills if she wears one of these. Everyone will just think it's matron having a bit of a lie down. Pretty tricky, eh? Eh? Oh, eh? Are you all right?